Here we have two mint condition restorations of a 1958 Vendo 56 and a Vendo 81. These two machines were made for the Coca-Cola Corporation, and they've been fully restored by my company, the Games Room Company. And I'm just going to run you around the machine and tell you a little bit of its history. But before I start, it's quite interesting that when my father first started in this industry, servicing coin-operated machines, his first contract was for the United States Air Force, and we had a contract for refrigeration, and part of that was actually servicing these machines back on the US Air Force bases. Of course, there are a lot more of them in the United Kingdom in those days, and one of the first things we did was actually a maintenance contract to keep these machines going. So anyway, we've bought these two machines. They actually came from America, and we've completely restored them back to mint. And I only ever believe in doing things properly, so I've gone right the way through them. So they don't just look great from the outside, they're actually as good inside as they are out. So this machine came into us as a rusty old Hulk. We've shot blasted all of the metalwork, taken her back to the bare metal, repaired her, and then primed her and applied a 2-pack car paint, which is a very, very close deep red and original white to what the Coca-Cola company would have used with their lead-based paints. And you can see as I open up the front door, we've fully restored the original working coin mechanism. It works on dimes. Here the handle has been re-chromed, and indeed the front parts as well. And as we open her up, you'll see this is where the coins are caught. This is effectively the cash box, and this is where the bottle caps congregate. Now I open her up and you can see why this machine is so popular, because it not only dispenses Coca-Cola, but it also, we've come up with this unique addition, quarter bottles of champagne. And you'll see we're stocking this model with Laurent Perrier. I've got 3 rows here, and then 4 rows of Coca-Cola, and these are the traditional Coca-Cola bottles that you get in the supermarket. So I bought these from Sainsbury's, and then of course a couple of rows of beer. And actually getting into what we've done to the machine, again all the internals have been shot glass and it's been resprayed. We've re-zinced the shelves, and it holds 81 bottles, as I mentioned earlier. It's got its original condensing unit, and then we put a brand new refrigeration unit in here, and the reason being it's a little bit quieter than the original unit, so it works on 240 volts. It's rated as a commercial refrigeration unit, so it's totally safe. It's been earth strapped, and it's been, every part of it has been, as I say, completely restored right the way through. So now to show you how she works, we just close the front door here, move that on there, pull the handle across. And if I take a dime, so we always supply our Coca-Cola machines with a good quantity of dimes. It actually works on the modern dimes as well as the ones that go back to the 50s, because the Americans haven't changed this coin in all that time. Pop her in, put the handle down, you can just hear it dropping into the cash tin there, and then open the front door and pull out 1 bottle. Now it's interesting to note, people often say to me, you know, surely you can pull more than 1 out. It's impossible to pull more than 1 out at a time, and you can see all the bottlenecks are completely locked in place. And I'll show you again how it works. Pop a coin in here, pop it down like that, and then out comes the Coke. Pop her in the bottle opener, and you have a perfectly chilled, delightful bottle of Coca-Cola. The 56 operates in exactly the same way, the only difference being is it holds 56 bottles, you know, they are restored exactly to the same standard. As I said, I only do things one way. Just going over the front, it's interesting to note that this here, a lot of companies often use stickers for this detail here. We actually hand paint it. I just feel it gives that lovely detail, and it just finishes it off correctly without any of the overlap. So probably done to a little bit higher standard than they were when they were knocked down in the factory back in the 50s. We just take a little bit more care. They're not a mass-produced restoration for us. We completely reproduce all of the decals as well. So these are all original logos that we've reproduced, and that's it. With all my products, I'm really passionate about the way we restore them. I want everything done exactly to the highest possible standard. And I always sell all of my machines, whether they're made in 1958 or 2015, with a 1-year parts and labour warranty on site anywhere in the UK. And that gives you complete confidence that if anything happens to these machines, not that they usually do, you'll be able to pick up the phone and get us to come out, so you might be able to carry on enjoying a nice cool beer or Coca-Cola in this case. Happy drinking. Cheers.